This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
By Leonard Williams.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. They find some open field here. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The kicker on.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Now Wentz. Screenplay, Johnson. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 21.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On play action, Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up second and a yard.
Wentz now to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles, nothing.
Wentz now on first down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Eagles, first down. First and 10. At the
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 21.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 28.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Trying to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Eagles 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times, and you can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 84. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
In the end zone. It's now 4th.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. That'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
Mixon.
And the Lions.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. They'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13.684, and now he's soaring past that. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
44-yard line.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Play action. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 2-yard line.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Lions 38, Eagles 17.
Yeah, after the touchdown at zero line, he'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. Screen play, Johnson. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On play action, Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Detroit.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Lions 45, Eagles 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Carry on, Johnson.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here I come. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. It's just keep it up.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
He's across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A first down carry here for Johnson.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 39-yard line.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.